they put an X after it is it's not the Aries One, because the Aries One is still on paper, and they haven't even built any of it yet, really. They're still figuring it out. And they said, you know, we got to keep the public interested, so we're going to do we got to put up a rocket and say we're doing stuff. So we'll do the Aries 1X, which is sort of like, it's going to be shaped like the rocket, but it's not going to be the rocket that we're going to build at all.
Aren't all rockets basically shaped alike?
Well, this one was shaped awful.
Rocket-ish?
Yeah, well, you know, it has that
slender,
solid, slender.
Pointy at the tip?
Yeah, just like
Maybe
that.
some fins.
Slender at the other end.
Some writing on the side?
Yes, that is my theory.
A lot of red, glowing stuff coming up the bottom?
Usually the bottom, often, if it's working properly, it keeps it at the bottom, yes. Well, I want to point out that what they actually did in this, and for this so-called Aries rocket, which Time magazine says is the best invention of the year, I would like to quote no other than, if I can find it, this is the comment made by Apollo 11 moonwalker Buzz Aldrin referring to this rocket. Turns out that the solid rocket booster was actually the identical solid rocket booster that was from the space shuttle. In fact, they bought it. The NASA literally paid to buy a spare booster. It's not the new booster they intend to use. There's supposed to be a 5-segmented booster. On the new booster, there's only 4 segments, so they put an empty can at the top. Since the real Aries upper stage engine, the J2X, wasn't ready, they mounted a fake upper stage. There's no Orion capsule ready, so you guessed it, they put a fake capsule on the top, and then a real-looking but fake escape rocket on top of that, which would have worked had the booster that didn't exist failed. Anyway, and the guidance system wasn't ready also to put in, so they bought a unit from the Atlas program. They used an Atlas guidance system. The parachutes that were going to be used to recover the real thing, one of the 3 failed there, and because of that, the booster slammed into the ocean too fast, and it bent the rocket in half, and were they ever to use it again, as they intend with the real one, but it was a fake one they were going to use again, it never would have been usable because of that. So they spent $500 million to make a fake rocket that used none of the technology in the Aries series of rockets, and Time magazine declares it the best invention of the year. Thank you very much. Well, that's the news. I just didn't have time. We had everything else today. I wasn't going to do any new news.
Hold on, wait, the Earth drank Gatorade?
This is science. New science.
Talk about outer space and that. That is the truth. And if it's the truth, I believe it. I believe it if it has a little arrow pointing at it. Because that means that it's real. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, gathered, to debate the genius and the excellence of one individual, and that individual is Dr. Hal, and here he is. Welcome.
The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words unto the end of the world. In them hath he prepared a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and nothing is hid from the heat thereof. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of the Lord are right, delighting the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold. Sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward. Who can understand his errors? Deliver me, thou, from secret fault. keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins, let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright and innocent of the great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. And for a limited time only, the Ask Dr. Hal show will continue in this space as part of an exclusive, limited run. You, our beloved audience, are in on it. Whatever may take place in these precincts, yes, you were there, part of your history too.
You want to smoke a little bit of pot?
It's ongoing. Smoke away and be happy.
Well, I have to do the test to make sure that the smoked pot guys are ready.
What a fetid fervor of freedom.
I have to do my little test. Hold on. K-Rob, can you just, for 1 second, I have to do the test.
Testing.
Abortion.
See, there you go.
Okay, understand. All right.
Okay, so it's good to know that we have our Amen corner of laughs. Of course, there's still something in...
Right there.
Or even one
mountain of
energy drink. It's
right
so
there.
cold here in Shea Palais. It's as if they're refrigerated.
Yeah. Well, I said if 20 people came, I'd turn on the heater. 1, 2, 3, no.
Well, go over and pull yourself a nice fizzy bottle of mango-flavored corn syrup.
This stuff is the nastiest shit you've ever drank. It's awesome.
It'll give you energy.
All right. Ready? Is it?
I'll do my best, but I'm only human. However, before I start, it seems wrong that we don't have a full panoply.
Right, yeah, the mind-bending special effects.
I think we should have them, don't you?
Yeah.
We need them. Yeah.
There's nothing I can do, though. I did my part.
Sweet.
I bought the fucking building and built the set, and I'm sitting here with the question in my hand and the energy drink.
You want me to make the request, to put the request in?
Why don't you do it this week?
Very well. K-Rob, will you come online for the audience here? He's trying, folks.
Every week, just press the button.
San Francisco.
Now we are in the saddle, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure it'll be a roof.
If there were a whimsical Nazi musical movie titled Hitler on the Roof, what would a main theme song be? And could you please sing us a few lines from it? Hitler on the Roof.
Hitler on the Roof was a co-written production of Hitler in his Viennese student days with his friend Gustav Kubizek, who was supposed to provide the music. The title is, as you say, Hitler on the Roof, otherwise known as Wieland the Smith. The character Wieland represents the future Chancellor of the German Republic, Adolf Hitler. And I could skip ahead from the overture and just sing the point where Wieland enters, or perhaps that would not be a good use of our time. Or should I? K-Rob, subdue your wonderful music so I can inflict this hideous Nazi musical in translation on our audience. Let me see. Well, first of all, I'll skip back that everyone in Vienna is singing as Hitler goes down the stairs in the background and becomes visible. Who is this amazing paragon? Yes, to be sober's no disgrace, but surely here he's out of place in the frenzied pleasure-seeking marathon, characteristic of a pleasure-seeking race. Dum-de-dum, diddle-deedle-deedle-deedle, dum-de-dum-dum-de-dum. It is I, Wieland, a humble student. You may all dance and sing, for me it isn't prudent. I have greater things before me than these childish social games. Future generations will pour out to me libations. My soul is full of fire and torment, sybaritic pleasure games. Let it be so, or let me perish in the flames. La la. And there's a whole lot more. So, thank you for your question. Now, Nazi musicals aside, Hitler on the Roof is considered warm and twinkly if you are a National Socialist. Otherwise, it is universally execrated.
Well, it's springtime for Hitler in Germany.
Winter for Poland and France.
What do we get? No way, really?
Sorry.
Wow. So hold on, wait a minute. So like, you come to the Dr. Hal show, smoke a bunch of pot, you work at an answering service, and you watch Trekkies. Really? Wow.
Well, if you watch them, you won't be them.
What's that? Oh, it's you guys. You guys do look like lesbians, kind of.
Honorary.
Wow.